And it already begins. So Pokemon Go has released the Johto update, and it looks like everyone is scrambling for any kind of trick or something that might remain from the previous version, and it looks like we have it. Sakura and Tamao work. Now, if those just sound like crazy names that don't really mean much, this goes back to the original Eevee Trick, and it was kind of like how if you named your Eevee off of the trainer from the original series, you could actually force the Eevee to evolve into that Pokemon. So Sparky was Jolteon, Rainer, Vaporeon, Pyro, Flareon. If you haven't heard about this by now, you haven't cared about Pokemon Go at all. But now we can see that this works for Espeon and Umbreon, and we're getting confirms, and this has almost 1,600 points, and it's 90% or 98% upvoted. So this is the hype, guys, right now. And the funny thing is, because of the way that the original Eevee Trick worked, like, a lot of people were questioning it, like, I don't know, this seems kind of fake. Is this real? You're just fooling us, because some people weren't also getting success with their Eevees. But then, like, yeah, now there's no doubt. It's like, cool, Sakura and Tamao worked. Now, the funniest part about this, to me, is how easy this is to figure out. Looks like Niantic kind of took that joke. I don't know if they were planning on doing Espeon and Umbreon from the beginning. Maybe since everyone blew up about this little Easter egg, they decided to keep going for it. And all I have to do is go onto the Bulbapedia page for Espeon, scroll down to anime appearances, and we have big, bold letters at the top. Major appearances, Sakura's Espeon. And Sakura's Espeon actually has a whole page on itself. That's pretty crazy right there, but it just shows that, yo, this gives a lot of things like go test out Sakura, boom, and that is how you can go and get yourself an Espeon. And then from the same episode, you can see that there is a character, Tamao, and she is the one that has the Umbreon, and she is of the Kimono sisters. So I think that's actually really cool that Niantic is still finding these little bits of information, because especially when you're dealing with Johto, when you're dealing with the second generation, there are the Kimono sisters. So it's really nice that they were like, oh yeah, by the way, we have this whole pool for evolutions. Now, I don't know if they're going to keep this through with future generations. I don't know if it'll be silly or too predictable at that point, but we will have to wait until the 4th generation with Pokemon Go, and that could be a very long ways off, but it looks like the information is coming in, and it is pretty awesome. Actually, I want to have a little bit of fun and see the potential names for Glaceon and Leafeon. Now, it's effectively the same thing, that you just go on the Bulbapedia page and you scroll down. However, these are major characters, guys. As you can see right here, it says major appearances, May's Glaceon. That's right, May's Eevee evolved in an episode into Glaceon, and then the other one for Leafeon actually belongs to Zoe. So that's pretty crazy right there, and the May one's interesting because, yeah, when we're dealing with 4th generation Pokemon, it's hard to think about May, but she did kind of make a surprise appearance, and everything was pretty awesome with that. It blew a lot of fans out of the water way back in the day. But also we have the Leafeon, that we have a major appearance for Leafeon, and that is going to be from Zoe. So we have May, a major character using one of the evolutions, and we have Zoe, who is also a fairly major character. She was Dawn's main rival in the anime, and actually a pretty friendly rival as well when it came to being a Pokemon coordinator. So when you think about it, Zoe and certainly May are more important characters than these Eevee players that were in just one episode of the anime, like the Kimono Girls and the Eevee Bros. So I think this actually has a lot of potential. I hope they keep doing it, honestly. That one, it is a guaranteed way for a split evolution to be determined, so that just helps out. And I don't think being too predictable would be much of an issue. That it'd be cool to have a Glaceon named May or a Leafeon named Zoe. So that'd be pretty awesome right there. And I think that is all there is to it. I was actually a little surprised by this one. So I'm going to be covering a lot more of the Pokemon Go Johto update. And I think that's all I have to say right now. So if you guys enjoyed the video, hope you all have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching.